Okay, this is good. I'm enjoying myself.
Well, somebody should.
You're up.
Hang on. Juvenile orcas learn a new fad, sinking boats.
Oh, gosh. It's probably a TikTok thing.
Probably. Rhode Island woman charged for illegal dental practice. Oh, I don't know. Do I? No, I'll check these out later and maybe use them next week. So anyway, as long as we're here, again, working hard 6 out of the 5 days of the week.
6 out of
Math was never a strong point.
Boy, as we have shown over
and over.
Yep.
And over.
Probably more than twice.
Oh, yeah, with all those overs, it had to be at least a lot. See, if a couple means 2 and a few means 3, a lot should have a number like 100 million.
Okay.
Anyway, what was I doing here? Oh, yeah, listen.
58.
If you're listening to this, what is wrong with you? And as long as you're here, like, subscribe, and follow This Is Truly News. We would deeply and dearly appreciate that. First you like, and then you subscribe, and then you follow. And then you become a titter warrior. Yeah, there's no prizes or anything, but good on you.
No, you're just there.
And if you should find a story that you think we would use, or at least chuckle over privately, TITR@netradio.net.
Work.
Thank you, attaboy. Glad you made rehearsal.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
An Essex couple has won compensation.
A sex couple? What?
Essex.
Oh.
And people like to make fun of Essex people a lot.
Why?
Apparently they're weird.
Oh.
I think they're the England's version of Newfoundland.
By the way, don't call them Newfies if you're not.
Right.
They don't apparently appreciate that.
After a herd of water buffalo trampled through their garden and plunged into their swimming pool.
I've never heard of water buffalo trampling.
And are you ready?
Probably.
They couldn't get out because the tiles were too slippery for their little feet.
Let's be honest. Water buffalo have never been the brightest beast in the range. In the
Retirees Andy and Lynette Smith were forced to pay more than 25,000 pounds in repair bills after the herd escaped from a rare breed farm and roamed through their garden before falling into the couple's 70,000 pound swimming pool. Sir, you in the back waving your hand.
Animals escaped.
Yes.
From a place that held them.
Yes.
Did massive damage.
Yes.
And the couple that were damned on the receiving end, they pay for it.
Hang on.
Okay.
This is still being adjudicated.
Oh.
The stampede wrecked the garden.
So I can't say socialism at its finest.
Garden fencing and flower beds.
Oh, my.
The animals were later rescued unharmed by the farmer, which I think means that they weren't hurt in the pool and not that the farmer didn't harm them. Apparently, the authorities did not believe them did not believe the water buffaloes, did not believe the victims.
You know, I've had water buffaloes tell me some pretty fantastic stories, so it would be something, yeah.
My wife went to make morning tea. She glanced out the kitchen window and saw 8 buffaloes in the pool. She called 999 and was told the fire brigade doesn't accept hoax calls.
No, really. You think I'm making this up this early?
The farm's insurer, NFU Mutual, not FU is what I would call them, which is an Australian term for something naughty. NFU Mutual accepted liability, but failed to agree to a settlement for nearly a year. It took 15 weeks for them to send an assessor around and nearly 6 months to offer a sum that falls over 8,000 pounds short of the 2 quotes they themselves obtained, according to Mr. Smith. Spokesperson for NFU Mutual said,
Oh, he sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher, sort of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was just, and basically it was just a bunch of BS.
So the insurance company didn't want to pay.
Right. Well, they're not our buffaloes.
Well, sort of. They are kind of by surrogate, you moron.
Well, you got to remember, insurance companies are in the business of taking your money and then never
Keeping it.
Yeah, and never giving.
So they're
any
like
of
the
it back to
government.
you. Yeah, right.
Huh.
They're in league with Satan, for Pete's sake.
Like the government.
I think you got it covered, Tone.
There we go. Lost wages. 21-year-old Trevin Hill let it all hang out when he approached another guest in a stairwell at the Des Moines downtown Marriott. Apparently, they do things different in Las Vegas than they do in Des Moines.
Yeah.
KCCI. Trevin, you're not at home anymore. The snow on the ground would be a giveaway.
Yep.
The fact there's no desert and no one's running around saying I lost everything. Yeah, maybe they are. KCCI TV reports that in court documents, Hill was naked and brandishing a toilet plunger. Hey, you got to use what's available.
I always talk to my students about improvised weaponry.
I am going to blanking get you while chasing another person.
I'm going to scrub you so hard, you're going to wish
Honestly,
you ain't been scrubbed so hard.
Dude, if you get plunged to death, I don't know that you get into heaven. I just... Hill cruised around the hotel in his birthday suit in January in Des Moines.
So that's when the residents started going, wait a minute, is it July?
What is this? Are we in
No,
Vegas?
it's not.
Hill cruised around the hotel naked, destroying a sprinkler system and pulling several fire alarms because he may be 21, but he's actually only 16, before finally being subdued by firefighters.
And they had the best time.
I'm sure they were really happy to be there.
Say, I'll get his shoulders. You get him at the hips. Oh, no.
Nope. Thanks.
Nope.
Where's the hose? Can't we just... Hill pled not guilty to assault, not guilty to first-degree criminal mischief, not guilty to disorderly conduct, which means he probably didn't remember anything that went on because that's stupid.
Well, as I understand it, he said it was the Buffaloes.
There are witney.
Yeah.
It's a plural of witness.
Nice. From the Brickback File from Reason.com. There's two shorties. You ready?
I beg your pardon?
Two Clearwater, Florida paramedics have been suspended after pronouncing a man dead when he wasn't actually dead. Phoebe Maxwell called for help when her father went into cardiac arrest. When the paramedics arrived, they took his pulse and pronounced him dead. Even as Phoebe pointed out he was still breathing. Paramedics insisted it was just gases escaping the body and left.
You can tell when the chest is going up and down in a rather rhythmic motion, that tends to be not gas escaping.
No, it tends not to be. New York State Trooper Edward Longo has been charged with writing 24 fake traffic tickets, including one to a man who died earlier in the day the ticket was written.
Well, now that's embarrassing. How fast could he have been going?
Longo wrote tickets for speeding, seatbelt violations, and failure to signal a lane change, among
Could have been the
infractions.
failure one, I'm guessing.
Or being dead on the highway or something.
Well, I mean, if you're dead, you can't really signal your lane change. So
Documents filed by prosecutors say Longo's traffic enforcement numbers fell consistently below average, and he was trying to avoid a poor performance review.
So basically, he didn't do anything, made up a bunch of stuff, and got caught.
Yeah, and of course, see ya. Leave. Go someplace where they appreciate this kind of crap. Like communist North Dakota.
37-year-old Robert Powers, no relation to Austin, managed to terrorize multiple citizens of Altoona, Pennsylvania in February.
Oh, congratulations, man.
According to there's nothing like terrorizing more than one person. WTAG-TV reported he allegedly broke into 4 different homes, telling one woman as he covered her mouth, "I'm Batman." But he probably said it more like, "I am Batman." That's just wrong.
I know, besmirching Batman's good reputation.
There should be a life sentence for this.
Yeah, I think so. For those of you who don't know, Batman is Tony's hero, his favorite guy.
Batman.
Yeah, he's a Batman guy.
Yep. If I had a bat costume for Luther here, he'd be in that too. I'm Batman. Wow. At the next home, he choked a man, went through his pockets, and held him hostage with a pocket knife. Next, he turned the man's gas stove on and forced him into his truck, heading across town at speeds of more than 100 miles an hour before crashing into a Jeep, at which point the miles per hour went much lower. In a hurry.
That rapid deacceleration.
Not done. Powers then kicked open the door of a nearby home and repeatedly asked, "Why'd you do this, Mom? Why'd you do this, Mom?" as he walked through the residence. I can just see it, right? He walks in. "Why'd you do this, Mom? What?" As he just...
Yep.
Yeah, finally, at the last crime scene, police were able to subdue Powers, who admitted he could have possibly ingested some meth or bath salts. See, I knew there had to be drugs involved because otherwise no one would act like this. I mean, who would take Batman's name in vain like that?
Couldn't he just take a bath?
Wouldn't it be easier?
Yes.
I mean, we watched people get hit by anvils, had rockets fired at them and hit them. Did we ever once think,
into the
hey,
side of mountains, fall off?
Did we ever
cliffs?
once say, hey, let's try that?
No.
Hey, look, there's detergent for the laundry. Let's eat some.
There we go.
Hey, look, bath salts. What can we do with those? Let's ingest them.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Well, your insides get clean, I suppose.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.